Hi everyone, this is daveac.blip.tv. This is my vblog 129 for Friday the 7th of January 2011. Yes, 2011. Well, it's a new year, new tech, and for me, a new wine. Lots of bits to get onto today, and it is mainly going to be a tech-based program, but we will have time within the 15 minutes to get to my new wine at the end of the show. Apologies for no DVD, book or music today, because quite a lot of bits I want to talk to, and I'm already running rather late, and I'll explain that when I get to the Cult and Collective podcast use. Well, as always, with Doctor Who start, the most recent Doctor Who Podshock is still episode 323 up on the Gallifreyan Embassy site, podshock.net, and that has not changed. I will be actually showing you a little viewing of the blog, part of the Gallifreyan Embassy, Lewis's blog on that for one of the items that I want to mention. But let me go straight on to the Cult and Collective, because one of the reasons I'm running late now is that I was up till gone 5 a.m. in the morning, because Ian, the Sixth Doctor, is back, and we wanted to do a little studio show to welcome him back to the Cult and Collective. Talkshow ID 54821, found on iTunes, where we discuss about all sorts of science fiction and Doctor Who related programs, TVs and films. Well, he's been off for 2 months, but he's now coming back this Sunday, so we decided to do a studio show. We've got Mike Randall-Thor to come on with us, but one of the tech items that I will be mentioning, well, in fact, I'll mention it now, Skype. If you use Skype, it has just gone, Skype 5 has come out of beta. This was the beta one that was allowing you to do multiple video calls on the trial. Now that has ended, but there must have been something else that's changed, because just before we decided to do the recording, we both noticed that there was this Skype update. We did the Skype update, and it threw us a wobbly, because I was intending to record our little piece on a lovely little program I have called vEmotion that allows you to record the audio stream. We weren't obviously recording the video because there were 3 of us in the room, and it wouldn't work. It didn't seem to recognise the new Skype. You usually get a little button that comes against the name Skype to know that you are recording that video audio stream. Didn't work. So I fell back on my other backup audio program, which is MPEG-3 Skype recorder. For some reason that wouldn't work on my Windows system, which is Windows 7, but it was working on Ian's. But we always like to try and record these things. Sorry about all this background. We try and record it at either end, so we've got a backup copy if the internet goes down or something happens to one of our machines. So, and this is the long story why it was late, we decided we'd go on to Talkshow, where we do our normal Sunday show. That's the 2 p.m. show, Eastern Standard Time. And we just started a impromptu show. We muted on entry anybody who was to come in the room while we were talking, and we did our studio show with Ian, Mike and myself on Talkshow directly. vEmotion was working fine with that. But then I had to wait until the recording showed up, and by the time we'd finished doing it about 4:30, I had to wait till gone 5 a.m. to make sure that the audio had shown up, and then just post about it a little bit before getting to bed at about 5:15 this morning. So excuse me. Well, also there is an awful lot of tech news as well, which is another reason why I haven't got a book or video or music. And that is that the CES tech show in Las Vegas is currently running. It runs from the 6th of January to the 9th of January. So there's been an awful lot of things come out on that. And I'm going to show you one of the pages that I go to check on that, and it's called the Engadget page. But too many things to just briefly mention here, but I will be moving the camera later and mention them then. What else? Well, let me tell you about the Cotton Collective. We did this recording called Welcome Back, Ian. We did about an hour and 50 minutes. We did a little bit of a recap of the episodes that Ian had missed, and he had a chance to have his little say-so. He gave a little bit of a review of A Christmas Carol, the Doctor Who Christmas special, and I hope you'll give it a listen. This coming Sunday on the 9th of January at 2 p.m, we're doing our episode 80, and that's reviewing the sci-fi year. In other words, reviewing 2010, all the different TV shows that we saw, some that were cancelled, and some of the films and so on. Then on the 16th of January, currently as it stands, Ian is hoping to host episode 81, Misfits, and this will be an explicit show because the programme Misfits is an adult comedy sci-fi light drama, and therefore the show itself is going to have an explicit tag. And we're hoping that Ian and possibly Darth and a few other people, Tim, who've seen Misfits, will be able to do a good episode on that. I won't be there, I'm off on a family event. And then on the 23rd of January, episode 82, Spaceships Top 10. And that includes stationary things in space, like the Deep Space Nine space station. So we'll do that in a fortnight. Okay, well, one more piece of news about Doctor Who and related things is that it's the National TV Awards here in the UK on Wednesday the 26th of January, and Matt Smith is up for Best Actor, and he's up against Cumberbatch, the young lad who played Sherlock, and he's also up against Philip Glenister from Ashes to Ashes. So that's going to be a really tough section in that. And I think Doctor Who, of course, is nominated in the Best Entertainment thing. So that is something to look out for, and I'll mention a little bit about that next week. Okay, let me, I think I'll move the camera now. Been talking for 7.5 minutes. I want to show some little pieces of thing. And here we go. Let's hope this camera behaves. I've got a little platform set up for it here. Hopefully that is going to record. There we are. This is the bbc.co.uk news technology section. You go by checking the technology on the BBC News, and that's something that really interests me, this particular item. Microsoft shows Windows running on ARM chips. ARM's about the one company that I've invested in over the years. I haven't got any shares currently, which is a bit of a fortune because they've had a real boost. Let's see if we can just play a little bit of it.
This is Qualcomm's ARM system called Snapdragon. And this is the Windows client running on ARM. I've got desktop pinning. I've got accessories launching. You can see I can open my photo library. I've got customization. I can change my desktop background. What I'm showing you here is the Windows desktop up and running live on an ARM system. That's really the first time. This isn't virtualization. This is Windows running natively on ARM. We're also working with Texas Instruments. This is their ARM platform called OMAP. And what I'm going to show here is an example of how hardware and software applications can work. So I'm going to launch Word and paste in some text and hit print. And what I did there is actually launched Word. That's Word running on ARM. So this is a build of Word that we recompiled.
I'm going to stop it there. You can't believe how important I feel that is. I mean, ARM is my favourite company. It was the people that used to be called RISC machines, and they were the ones that brought out the follow-up to the BBC computer, and that was the Archimedes, and then it was the RISC PC, which I've still got mine in the cupboard. Unfortunately, I think the power supply's gone on it, but Yeah, really, really keen on that. That, of course, what Microsoft are using ARM chips for is because they are very low power, and would probably like to see the ARM chips go into mobile. Microsoft code has never run natively on ARM chips. It's always run under some sort of emulation. So that was really good things I wanted to talk about. Here is, where is it gone? Here we are. This is the Engadget page. This is www.engadget.com. And there's all sorts of news coming from CES 2011. Samsung promises dual-core smartphones. Bits about 4G. Then there's some news about these people that have jailbroken the PlayStation 3 again. And Sony vows to fix this via a software update. This is a little Apple iPad, but it's being put into a retro case so you can play Asteroids or some old-fashioned games. Really looking great. Lots and lots of new tablets. About nearly 100 different tablets were launched at the show. And the Apple Mac Store has opened. 1 million downloads in one day, but it's already apparently been people have got in and are allowed to download apps that aren't locked to one user. Now, this is not Apple's fault. The applications that are allowed, people have been doing that to, have not taken Apple's advice to lock and make sure that the code is double checked for ownership. So the trouble is, of course, if you get one of those free apps, you may get malware on your machine. And then there's this bit about Skype, and as I say, it's causing me a little bit of a problem, this update to Skype at the moment. I don't know what it's changed in the code, but it's stopped my vEmotion working with it. So while we're over here, I just want to mention a couple of other things. A friend of mine, Simon, who's friend on Facebook, and he's also has a YouTube page, told me of this little site, and it's called www.tv-tube.net. Now, he did admit that it has an awful lot of adverts and pop-ups and things, but it is watch-free online TV from all over the world. And I don't know if you can see there all the different countries. I haven't really explored it properly. Sky 3, ITV4. Of course, these are advert-based programs, so presumably there's some way that these programs are getting this information, are getting revenue from this. I did have a little look at one of the channels. I'm not going to do it now. I think it was one of the news channels I checked out. But not recommending it, but I'm certainly recommending that you have a little bit of a look at www.tv-tube.net. Let me just bring that up so you can get that focused in. And of course it won't focus for me now, will it? Focus, please. Oh, it is annoying when that happens. There. Okay, I think that's a long enough advertising that. Right, while we're over here, another piece of Doctor Who news. The Craig Ferguson Late Late Show last night in America had a Doctor Who guest on, and it is none other than Riversong, or the actress that plays Riversong. Let's see a little small clip of this.
My next guest is a very beautiful actress. She's on a television show called Doctor Who. I've never seen it. It's on BBC America. Take a look at it.
That obviously has been put out for copyright reasons. And all our Doctor Who watchers will know who that lady is.
Hello, lovely Alex Kingston. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
You look lovely. I love your hair.
Yes.
Do people talk about your hair a lot?
Yes, yeah, they do. I mean, they sort of say, where does it come from?
They ask you where your haircut? That's terribly rude.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like...
No, it's very nice.
What side of the
Is
family?
it natural?
Right, I'm going to stop it there because obviously, you want to go to the YouTube site that does that, and that is Dr. Pinch 2190. And again, there we are. Dr. Pinch 2190, who's put that up. I've subscribed to his YouTube site, and it's worth a watch. It's about 10 minutes long, and other clips from there are available too. And one more page while we're over here. Let's just go to this. It's the Doctor Who news page, Gallifreyan Embassy. It's the Galley Newsbase.blogspot.com. Better get that one in, that URL in. I'm getting worried about this focusing business now, of course. There we are. That's pretty clear. And they've got some news about Torchwood broadcast information. The BBC's official Torchwood channel on Facebook and Twitter have confirmed that Torchwood, The New World, will broadcast in both the United Kingdom and the United States on the 1st of July 2011. So that is really great. Meanwhile, the production shifts into gear to start filming next week, with members of the production team recently confirmed on the latest Torchwood magazine. So that is really good, and there's also some casting news below that as well. So lots of little bits of thing. There's some Doctor Who casting news, awful lot of stuff on that page, but go to it and have a look yourself. Toby Haydock still doing Moths Ate My Doctor Who scarf. Ambassadors of Death, a new colour system they've got for getting that out. So awful lots of stuff there. David Tennant engaged, and the viewing figures for the Christmas Carol repeat. So lots of things there, but we are already up to 17 minutes, and this was going to be a short vlog. So we're going to go straight to the wine. Yeah, it's the usual unrefined daveac vlog. Well, I've got some lovely smells, fruity, blackcurranty smells coming across from me from this wine. I still don't know how to pronounce it. Castillo Roya. It's a Rioja. Crianza. Remember, that's the fact that it's been in oak barrels for at least 6 months. 2007. Let's see if we dare risk focusing on that. Oh, it's so annoying. Some weeks it does this. There we are. Freeze frame your picture and then look at it. Rich black currant I'm looking forward to. Plum notes on the nose leading to a bright cherry flavours, chocolate, vanilla and cinnamon. We'll see if it lives up to that promise. It's, oh my, what was it? 13.5%, 2007, obviously from Spain, and it's a beautiful dark colour. I don't know whether that will show up here, but it's a beautiful, lovely colour. And I'm getting more of the blackcurrant than anything else. It really is almost like a, like a Syrah or a Shiraz in that blackcurrant nose. That is lovely. It's almost like a Shiraz. Ooh. That is very intense. I'm getting that cinnamon, but I'm also getting a lot of like that licorice that I like on it. Wow, that is really quite an intense. It tastes stronger than 13.5%. Wow. Chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon. Lovely. We'll have another taste of that. Well, I'm very, very pleased with that, because that is a wine from Asda, called that Walmart in America. And just let me check, £5.98. So just under £6. That's what, $8 or $9 in the States. That's €6.50 maybe, and very, very nice. Delicious credenza, rich blackcurrant and plum notes on the nose, leading to bright cherry flavours. Not getting so much of the cherry, hints of chocolate, vanilla and cinnamon on the palate. Perfectly balanced with a smooth, long-lasting fruit finish. And I like that. And it says actually the grape is a blend, so it's not just Tempranillo. It may well have some Shiraz or something in that, because it is absolutely delicious. And for that price, one of the nicest wines I've had recently. So that gets a thumbs up. And by the way, I should just mention the wine I drank last week, and that was, I haven't written the name down. Let me just refer to this, because I was not very happy with it, but I just should remind you that I had taken some medication that day. I was suffering from a little bit of a flu-y thing, and that was the Brancott Estate Merlot Cabernet Sauvignon from New Zealand 2009, Brancott Estate. Let me just say, it did taste a little bit better the next day, when I hadn't had, when my mouth was feeling a lot better. So I might have been a bit harsh on it last week. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend the wine, but it was better than when I tasted it on the show. But this, I'm going to give it another show because I like it so much. I think that is a cracker, a real cracker. And with that, we've run very, very long indeed. So with that, catch you next week. This is daveac on blip.tv. Bye.